is just fantastic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at and responding to Amberlynn Reid's most recent video, the fairly lengthy vlog title, Taking Accountability, Had My Semaglutide Appointment, and, Birthday Dinner Vlog. Now I want to highlight a comment before we dive into this because actually it's something I should have said before, to be honest, but didn't because I wasn't smart enough. I have never seen a vlogger spend so much time talking about vlogging and their schedule rather than just making content. Now I have been saying Amber is nothing more than a recap channel, a Dear Diary that is monetized, but without an obligation of the viewer or hater to have to pay for it, which is fortuitous because she doesn't have members on this thing. She should have, but she doesn't because she can't commit to anything that isn't inherently unhealthy for her. This video, with a lengthy title, is not the longest, but in December it is one of the longest, and is just over the 8-minute mark, meaning yes, post-Christmas mid-roll ads. You put them all together, and it might be worth one if you're really, really lucky.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So I am mid getting ready and I really just needed to get this out. It's kind of like a disclaimer.
Like, guys, I'm not going to do anything. Things are really hectic right now. Hectic, but I can't tell you or show you. So I'm going to tell you vaguely what it is I'm saying I'm going to do and then show you nothing because I'm a smeghead.
I just got done with Vlogmas where I uploaded every single day for about 27 days in a row, and I'm really proud of that.
I can promise you, based on your views, you have nothing to be proud of. You have barely scraped by. You phoned it in and cried for half of it. And while you were dealing with something quite difficult, you decided to use everyone else's problems as an excuse for you to abandon your cat. Now, I had this theory in my head, I'm going to air it now. You were genuinely crying for half of this month. But I think it wasn't because of all the other problems. I don't think it's because you were gaslighting your haters. I think it's because your cat is genuinely dead, and that hurt. But you are too full of arrogance to simply admit that part as true. I don't want Rarity, by the way, to be dead. I want Rarity to be alive and well and thriving, happy, loved and looked after. But you left, and I think it's because now going back to Wisconsin would hurt you too much, or you'd claim it. So you delay going back, then if you did go back, it would be to move there with a new cat. That's my belief, by the way, that all that crying and gaslighting was genuine because you were trying to find a way to negate the actual grief of losing someone you claimed to love. Because the moment you got home, you'd finished grieving, you were suddenly happy again.
But now I'm gonna go back to every other day uploading. That is truly my favorite schedule.
But Amber, that was your schedule and your New Year's resolution in January of this year, and you broke it immediately. By the end of the month you owed, I think it was 5 videos. And all the videos you uploaded prior to that were just you waddling around your apartment, doing nothing and adding nothing. Of entertainment anyway. Just you showing us little clips of you claiming to do things, like building Lego, or having a nibble on a snack, when we all knew you were then going to go off camera and annihilate the plate along with anything else you could find in your fridge.
And the only way I can do that is if I pre-film. So my disclaimer is, if I film 7 days in a row, those 7 videos will be seen within a 14-day span.
Amber, why are you giving us this disclaimer? Everyone knows you do this anyway. For example, I'm certain you pre-film the majority of your Wisconsin videos ahead of time so you can have all the crying in one video, just a minor change of an outfit, although you didn't have many anyway. And I think, firmly believe, you did the same thing back in Oklahoma. So you could have as much time off as possible and not do anything, because you love not doing anything. In fact, you call yourself the queen of journaling, scheduling, planning. Actually, you're the queen of bumming and dossing.
Because when I vlog, I am literally editing that day, throughout the day, and I am very anal about getting the vlog filmed, edited, and scheduled the day that I filmed it.
I love that you're trying to tell us you do something, and that by that you doing something is in fact worthy of being content in a video of you telling us what you're doing behind the scenes anyway. As a fellow creator that edits, although not right now because I get to phone this in, to be honest. It is after all the end of Moistmas, I'm allowed that. There is a time-consuming aspect to all forms of employment. You telling us you do things when I watch your videos and you clearly don't is hilarious. I don't know what's more lazy, you telling us about all the things you do, or you putting out the video of you telling us what you do? Because let's face it here, you telling us could just be a tweet.
I have been absolutely loving vlogging lately, and I want to continue doing that.
First of all, what you consider vlogging isn't vlogging by any stretch of the imagination. It's basically an even more BS version of a captain's log, and my captain's logs were vastly more entertaining. Second, go figure, you would enjoy what you consider vlogging the moment you ditch your, what must be at this point, deceased animal, and your feeder, person who holds the shovel that shovels all that crap into your mouth, to come home and start eating what would be a little bit less than 5,000 calories again, to then cheat because why put the effort in, am I right, guys?
But to prevent me from taking like big breaks, even if I do daily vlog, I have to upload them every other day. Because just like any other human, I do take time off, whether it's because I don't feel good, mental health reasons, I'm exhausted. My job is to literally talk about myself all day, and sometimes I just need a break from that.
Amber, you do nothing. You talk about nothing. In fact, when it comes to saying something and accomplishing very little, you remind me of corporate America. I'm going to do all these things. But the moment you get there, you drive into the middle of the road and do nothing. You stay in your lane, which is the wrong lane anyway, it's too fast for you, because you don't know how to do anything. You're not a vlogger, and you don't tell us about your life. You allude to things, say you won't share, then claim you overshare, and then repeat the cycle when you go back on a new diet, like the one in the title of this. You are one of the worst bloggers to ever exist, and your views reflect it. There are people that actually go out there and vlog and do things, and they get way less views than you, but they are vastly more entertaining because they're putting on a show. You don't. You don't know how to. You've been phoning it in for so long, you find your thumbnails from individual stills in the video. During December, the only way you could drum up additional views was by clickbaiting it with eating clips. You had no choice. Your views are tanking.
So what I'm trying to say, if you see a Valentine's Day vlog in the beginning of March, it is what it is.
Yeah, we all know that video will only exist as bait, because you'll do it on purpose, claiming that it's all from Tommy. At this point, because we know Tommy has a name, you don't use the name, you haven't done for previous girlfriends either, skank. I could believe that at this point, unless Tommy is there, at some point in the future, the Tommy you claim Tommy to be, that Tommy becomes this boogie woman, boogeyman type, right? Boogie woman, boogie tomboy friend. How about that?
But everything that I will be filming and uploading will be chronological. So there's never gonna be a moment in the timeline where you're like, I'm low-key confused, like what is happening? So that is my disclaimer.
It's not much of a disclaimer when if you actually vlogged fully for one day, you could essentially create one whole month's worth of content based on how you make content in 2024. Going into 2025, you need to change that, or this is going to get much worse for you.
Welcome to a new era, a new schedule. Let's get on with it.
Would I be right to assume this will be going down in your daily $61 planner? Because scheduling, planning, journaling is your thing, your jam?
Hey you guys, I'm still not fully ready, but I actually have my appointment today with a provider because I am going back on semaglutide, and I genuinely don't know what it is, but I get more nervous for appointments that is like online based, like using your camera versus like going in person. I've been having so much anxiety over this, and I don't know, but Tommy like woke me up with the sweetest little text message, so thank you babe. It definitely helped me feel better. I'm just really grateful that everyone in my life is supportive of me going back on semaglutide.
I'm not entirely convinced long distance supportive is the same as in-person supportive. I'm also not convinced that was sent by the real Tommy. I kind of think you sent it to yourself from another phone.
What? I am so confused.
Can we all please take a moment for that poor defenseless choker we'll call Choky McChokeface, who has lived a long and painful life wrapped around and bound to the gravitational pull of Amberlynn Skank Reid. That poor choker, Choky McChokeface, should be given a 21-gun salute, sent to Valhalla, or perhaps given the more, let's say, appropriate rite of passage and dumped in Mount Dew.
All right, so I had my appointment. It went really good. I'm definitely going back on semaglutide. So I want to try semaglutide because I know that it works. But in the future, he said that I am open to like changing my mind. So if I want to try the Zepbound, which is the tirzepatide, then I'm able to do that. But I want to stick to what I know, and I know that semaglutide works.
For what you do, semaglutide does work, in the sense that you do literally nothing and expect it to yield a positive outcome, which is why you get to get your starting weight yet for your new journey, which I expect on January the 1st. The funny thing really is that you claimed it didn't work for you last time because it made you feel ill. I mean, it's a cheat code, there are side effects. You also claimed it didn't work while you were busy taking cannabis-related products. Don't think anyone for a moment forgot that, dainty, Skanklin Reid. No one forgets your past except for you, apparently. Although you do a remarkable job of forgetting things like pets.
When I was doing semaglutide last time, I explained to you guys that the syringes were pre-filled. And when syringes are pre-filled, the potency goes down after 28 days. It was week 5 when I was like, this is not working for me anymore.
Bitch, no one believes what you're selling. We all know that it was because you were doing nothing, because your vlogs are proof of it. You were doing nothing, so it couldn't be as effective. You were still eating at least 4,000 calories while claiming you were eating a mere 1,800 because you were dainty and you were going carb free and you were being healthy with your 1 takeaway a day thing. At that point, I'm pretty sure it was 3 because you're lazy and a bitch and a smeghead.
I made that very vocal, and after talking to 3 health professionals, it's because the potency was down. So thankfully, this time on semaglutide, it will not come pre-filled. It's gonna come in the little thingy. I'm gonna have to get the semaglutide out of the thing with the syringe by myself. Well, actually, my mom's gonna help me with that because I don't know.
Yes, we understand your mum's going to have to do it, not because of the anxiety you claim it to be, but because you'll drink it thinking it's some kind of shot that you'll probably put garlic salt onto if given the chance. Make all the excuses you want, Amberlynn. The fact remains, semaglutide and Ozempic, you failed on because of you, not because of the amount you hoarded to take over a period of time. You can blame week 5 all you like, but the fact remains, it was entirely you. You stored it correctly, yes, it deteriorates, but ultimately, it failed because you were doing nothing. You were sat on your massive shelf arse, eating, watching TV, doing nothing, watching The Haters and your favourite podcasts, while flirting with a number of gym rat tomboys and trying to be a third wheel in a relationship. You were going through your Skanklin Reid arc. Don't try and fob it off or rewrite history in some way, because everyone on the internet that pays attention to you, not many left at this point, knows the truth.
But regardless, we're doing it again. We're doing the semaglutide journey again. And I already have an appointment scheduled with the nutritionist, and I'm really freaking excited.
Now get a psychiatrist. Your audience, who leave lots of comments, hundreds of comments on your videos, keep telling you you need a psychiatrist. You need one that you'll listen to. So I highly recommend a Marine, because when you start to ignore them, they'll bully you into submission. A drill sergeant, preferably, because you actually need someone to control you. It's why people had asked if you'd ever go with inpatient care, because that would mean someone else taking control of your life to an extent, but you wouldn't do it. You won't do it, because it means forfeiting your power. Thing is, you've got bugger all power. In fact, the only power you currently possess is having a fight with your body, whether it be the bones or the protective film around it, which is thicker than the walls of Fort Knox, and gravity.
Okay, you guys, so I have 2 packages. This one makes me sad. It was lost in the package room. I was supposed to wear this on Christmas, which was yesterday. This is what I was gonna wear, but it was lost. And I'm telling you, it was lost for days. But I got it today, which that's okay. I can wear it tomorrow for my birthday. It's another mesh because I am obsessed with mesh, as you can tell. Wearing it now, black with these red bows. Isn't that the cutest? I was gonna wear this on Christmas.
I swear the only reason you're obsessed with mesh is because somebody's bigged you up into believing that this is a good way to thirst post on social media. I fully expect you to do that more next year when you finally concede defeat about your relationship. It'll be around the same time you finally admit that Rarity is no longer with us. Amber continues to show us some black and white earring related stuff and then finish with a tiara because it's her birthday soon. But because Amber's Amber, it's not about the birthday day itself. No. The pre-birthday day is also included in this, and also the reference to a birthday month because of bingo. Try not to scream too much like an attention seeker, but it's Amberlynn Reid. We expect it at this point. I would be surprised if she never did do that.
Oh my god, that looks so cute. It looks so good with the rhinestones. I also put rhinestones on my face today. I haven't done that in a bit. I've definitely been missing it, but here's my little birthday outfit. Oh my god, it's so cute.
It can be argued that from the part of you we see, the outfit isn't inherently bad. The problem you have is, the outfit only looks vaguely passable with the part we see, because we know damn well those legs, your cankles, your shelf booty, and your fupa, well, it can be argued that lets you down a little bit, which is why you never show it. But you've got all the confidence for that upper body part. May I be the first of many people to say, it is not deserved. You can give the confidence back when you get the chance. Thank you.
So my mom has to get air in her tire because every time it's cold out, the tire on her side where she drives always goes low. And it's just really funny to me that it's free air. Well, thank you, question mark? The fact that we might live in a world where we have to pay for air is just crazy to me.
It might be because to put it in the way they have to put it in, where it's pressurized, involves money to do the process. Therefore, it is charged because that makes sense. It's not just air sucked in, right? Okay, well, I'm glad I helped you with that. Please continue to tell us about things that have happened in your life with you not showing us you doing anything at the same time. Amberlynn recap read.
Okay, so I went to like a birthday dinner type deal and I forgot that I was wearing this on my head and people were like saying happy birthday to me. I had like 5 different people say it and then I put 2 and 2 together and I was like, oh yeah. The first person I genuinely thought was like a subscriber, but it's because of this. Okay, makes sense now.
I must be psychic, or know you well enough to know that that was exactly what we knew would happen. In the sense that you just told us what happened but showed us nothing of it happening, which means it's a load of bullshit.
So you get to choose what machine you want, and I was looking for 27 for my birthday, but the only number that called out to me was 181 because 18, Tommy first messaged me on June 18th, so that number's special.
You could go with the even more special number if you like. Try find one that's the highest. 365 would be a good one. That was your starting weight.
You can change the style of the daubers. Usually there's like a random mix. That's the one that I prefer. Oh wait, here's some Christmas ones. So the wild is the random one, so I'm gonna press 4. So this is what it looks like when you use the wild, so each one is something different. So for this one, I have one on the machine, but I decided to buy an extra so I can daub it. I just won and I yelled bingo for the first time ever by myself. Usually I have my mom do it, but I did it. And then another cool one you get to do is where you get to choose your own numbers. So I just filled mine out.
I had to speed that up a little bit for fair use purposes, but to be honest, that is the most we see of her doing anything vaguely. She's more tutorialing what it is you do to use the machine, while also paying for dauber things and blah. And also winning, proving nothing, showing nothing. We get nothings. You call yourself a vlogger, but for a vlogger, you are slightly less energetic to Chris Chan's Captain's Logs. Back in the day. You remember those? Yeah, you're worse than that.
Okay, you guys, so I'm back home and I literally called bingo twice. I won 2 times. I could not even believe it. Yay me. And at one point, because my mom was sitting across from me, I like pointed at her for something. I don't know. And I like just swung my hand back and this ring went a-flying. I don't know what's going on, but these are my normal rings. Like these used to be silver and it's now gold because I wear them so often. Like, I don't know what's going on, but like all I have to do is just press this slightly up and you can like see like it's so loose. Like what is that gap doing?
The gap is created because your hands are warm enough and because metal warps after time on your hands. For example, I have a titanium band which had a purple ring around the center of it with my mother's ashes in. Over time, the purple has gone yellow because the heat my hands had generated changed it. It's a chemical reaction. The ring itself isn't in the greatest of conditions either. But that happens because of who we are. In your case, your fingers don't have a natural slenderness to them, or slenderness that is equal across the entire finger. Yours are more akin to that of rather large pens that look like they should bend perhaps a little, but really don't want to.
And by the way, I do want to apologize for something. Like, I'm genuinely not afraid to take accountability when I'm wrong. I shouldn't have wasted my food the way that I did the other night by pouring salt all over it because a lot of people genuinely pointed out to me reasons why it's wrong. I literally just feel stupid for even showing that. I'm just a woman literally trying to figure out how to live a normal life while also trying to lose weight. I make mistakes. It's no excuse.
So not one of the many creators you will undoubtedly have watched a video on, because I doubt anyone reached out to you at this point. I couldn't believe for a moment there's a single supportive person trying to reach out to you to try and get you to understand how stupid you are. Because you don't listen, you don't read, you don't take it in and try and empathise with it. Although I'm sure you believe yourself to be some kind of empath anyway. Give it a time, she will believe herself one. Doing tarot readings on YouTube on a regular. The point though is, you are a wasteful person claiming it's all for the betterment of you. But the reality is, that's not why you did it. And we can all be certain you still ate it anyway. Because you're Amberlynn Reid. That's what Amber does. And when people try and hold you accountable, you claim they're gaslighting you while you gaslight them. You embarrass yourself, and you've done it for over 10 years. You claim to now want to get your health in order. You're dating a feeder. Don't try us. We know you're only doing it because you're long distance. Because if you were there, you'd be munching on all the McDonald's in all the land. And you can now claim you're not into McDonald's? Nobody would believe you. Because you're Amberlynn Reid. At the size you're at, you have to be eating more. Honestly. And this phone-in content crap you're doing is really embarrassing. If you really do want to just do the kind of content where you tell us what you've done and show us nothing at the same time, you could do it on a blank screen and give us better audio quality. And then just clickbait the thumbnail with you eating again, like a good bish.